It's time for final thoughts. Damn, sooner or later, probably later, the Democrats and Hillary apologists are going to run out of people, corporations, nations, world leaders, and social media platforms to blame for their brutal election loss. We are still over a month from Inauguration Day, and we've already heard every excuse in the book, from slamming the Electoral College to blaming Facebook influence, and now it's the Russians. Okay, let's be clear. If it was indeed the Russians who hacked the DNC, that's not acceptable, period. But the Russians didn't create DNC scandals, they just exposed them. The Russians didn't make Hillary the most unlikable human being to ever wear a pantsuit. The Russians didn't make Donna Brazile slip debate questions to Hillary. The Russians didn't force Hillary to accept those questions either. The Russians didn't tell Hillary to set up that private server and then delete 33,000 emails. The Russians didn't ask Hillary to lie about Benghazi. The Russians didn't convince Hillary to use her position at the State Department as a bargaining and enrichment tool for a sham foundation. The Russians didn't take over Hillary's body and call millions of hardworking Americans deplorable. The Russians didn't ignore middle America for years. The DNC, the Clinton campaign, the Democrats, and Hillary herself did all of that. And why are the Democrats suddenly so concerned with hacking? Didn't they bend over backwards to defend Hillary's use of that private server? The private server where she exposed classified and top secret information to foreign threats and espionage? Yeah, all of a sudden the left is all about cybersecurity. And what about the Obama administration? The intel community warned of this back in late September and nothing was done. Is that Donald Trump's fault? No. Someone asked Barry about it. And if I remember correctly, he mocked Mitt Romney for suggesting a Russian threat back in 2012. Folks, none of this has anything to do with hacking or cybersecurity. It's just another way for the Democrats, the snowflakes, and the crybabies to complain about an election they lost for themselves. Now, the ominous threat of the Russians is the game of choice, because that's what the losers resort to when the war on women, the Islamophobe shaming, the illegal immigrant cuddling, and the ridiculous recount effort fail miserably. Sucks to suck. But they'll keep trying. If it's not the Russians, it'll be the sorry attempt to paint Attorney General nominee Jeff Sessions as a racist, or trolling Trump's Twitter. It'll be freaking out over Trump's crazy idea to appoint CEOs and generals to cabinet positions instead of community organizers and English majors. It'll be dissing Trump's thank you tour because they much prefer President Obama's worldwide American apology tour. It'll always be something. They can investigate the Russians all they want, but it still won't change the fact that Donald Trump's victory is verified, certified, and a done deal. Get over it. Go back to hugging trees and registering dead voters. We've got a country to make great again. Those are my final thoughts. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Tomi Lahren from Dallas. Good night. God bless. And take care.